has examined women's issues from the ground as well as from the policy level. And she wrote the thesis on women's political empowerment for her master's degree at the Seoul National University. And she also happens to be a Girl Scout. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you.
So how are you? What do you do now?
I'm now affiliated with an NGO, the Binhi English Literacy Foundation. So it's a small NGO providing education for public elementary schools. Education.
Education within the school curriculum.
Yes, within this outside the school curriculum. It's an intervention tool for public elementary school students.
And how is it practically taught the students
So
outside of the regular
We have
classroom?
trained teachers to do the English learning with Kit 0, preschool, Kit 1, beginning reading, and Kit 2, independent
And
reading.
just exactly how is it taught and what do they learn?
So they learn English like the sounds because we know that grade 2, grade 3 students, some of them are still slow readers or non-readers in
We
English.
don't have English as a subject in grade 2
They have
and grade 3.
English, but still the national achievement tests show that they're still having poor comprehension in reading.
Okay, tell us, how did you get involved with gender equality?
It started when I was a 16 years old young woman who went to Baguio to attend a national conference for the Girl Scouts of the Philippines. And from
Tadhana.
there, I started to volunteer with the Girl Scouts, and I've even represented the country in several international events. The very recent was in 2013. I went to New York for the UN General Assembly. I was part of the delegation of the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. So we call Girl Guides and Girl Scouts because Girl Scouts is in almost 145 member countries. So it's not just in the Philippines, and it's not just for the young girls in school. It's for everyone who's interested to make a change.
Nakabahan siya.
You've looked at the Philippine situation of women,
Yes.
and what is it like? How do you describe it to the other women or men who listen to you? What is the status of the Filipino woman in the Philippines as far as gender equality?
We are at par with some nations in Asia Pacific because in 2012, when I conducted my study, it showed that the Philippines is the best place for Asia. For women in Asia, the Philippines is the best place because we're topping the sector for health, economy, and politics. But still, there's so much to happen in the underground level. I
Okay,
mean,
what is the ground level problem that needs to be
there's still stereotypes, women's stereotypes, that women are just for the home, or they just for the kitchen, they cannot do decision making. I worked last year with Plan International
Yes, of course.
to help the disaster-stricken areas in Eastern Samar as a gender protection officer. And I saw how difficult it is to work on the ground if there are mindsets that, ay, naku, babae, dyan lang kayo sa bahay. Naku, kami, dito kami. That politics is still deemed as man's role.
And this is a soundbite coming from a male or a man.
Yes,
It is not other women telling themselves that they are okay para sa bahay.
somehow it's part of the system na they were eaten by the system, by the mindset na naku, dito lang tayo, we cannot do much, and we
So
should.
how do you, as an advocate for women's gender equality, try to slowly change or even drastically work on it?
We're working on peer education as a very effective mode of transmitting information.
Peer education as
Yeah.
young as how old?
16, 15,
Mhm.
14, for them to be influenced that women have the rights and women are capable of doing things that men can do.
Okay, women have rights, but what are their duties as women?
Women, the duties, that's something that's tricky because women are double burdened. When they are in politics, they're still mothers. They're still managing the household. So they are the double burden, which is one cause for them to just stay outside of the circle. Na, nako, I need to take care of my children. I need to take care of this and that. That somehow it restricts the women in the country na mag-push forward. But we can do so much. And I always believe that one voice of a woman that is influenced and one voice of a girl that is given priority is one girl or she can transform the community. If we empower the girls.
So what have you seen changing in the way women look at themselves as far as home, taking care of children, of being just left to do the household work? What is changing there, and is it a significant kind of an improvement in the perception of women as women, or
Actually,
in the perception of the men on women?
it's when I was in summer, we were working with women-friendly spaces. These are spaces for women to come in when they need information, when they need assistance, and it's really surprising to see women who are really advocating it in their communities, in their barangays.
How do they do it? How do they advocate, and what have you seen? Because you are an advocate,
Yes.
and you wanted them to find to discover for themselves their strength as a woman.
Yes.
Okay.
It's good to see them coming with a lot of friends and bringing information and no, rape is a crime, and it is something that we address in the community. They were very vocal on stating the rights of women. We have materials for them and then share this to friends, share this. And I personally met some girls who were abused or they were prohibited of their rights. And
Denied.
they were denied of their rights. They were abused and all that. We really provide psychosocial support. And it's good to see them going back to schools. Yes, providing livelihood to their families, going to college from high school, then they continue to serve.
But do you talk to these women independent of the presence of their husbands or their spouses or
Yes, because
partners? Are they learning to respect each other as individuals and as human beings without you having to go through some kind of a competition?
it's not competition, but it's providing equal rights for men and women. The thing with global or some mindset is that women empowerment and gender equality is just for women. You keep on pushing for women. How about us men? There's always violence against men. What we're saying is that the majority of the things happening against women is against women, and the perpetrator is a man. That's why we push for violence, for avoiding violence against women and children, because most perpetrators talaga ay lalaki. So, pero when we say gender equality and women's empowerment, it's hand-to-hand partnership by changing the mindsets of men and by improving the quality life of women.
It's respect to each
Yes,
other.
respect for each other, yes.
And
Trusting each other,
Yes.
yes.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to meet you. Such an accomplished lady at a very young age.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Coming up,
Hindi humihinga.